Hi, I'm Tim from the Heresy group. Today I want to talk about this. This is my Tokyo Marui 4160 Dev Gru. In my opinion, the best off-the-shelf airsoft weapon that you can go and buy. One, for its versatility. Two, the performance from the Tokyo Maruis are incredible. Please don't let the low FPS that comes attached to these guns put you off. They shoot incredibly well with very, very good range, outshooting other guns that I've been against that I know of being close to 400 FPS. The hop-up system in these and the proprietary system internally with the recoil system and the way that the internals of the gearbox work, how they do that magic I don't know, but these things do shoot incredibly well and they are well renowned for that. The responsiveness from these guns is also very good. I will be talking about that in a little second. But the key thing for me is if you want to go and get a decent weapon out of the box, you have to spend the money. Cheaper guns, yes, you can go and get them and you might get the odd one that shoots well, but in the majority of the guns that are out there on the cheaper market, you get a poor quality body that will shake and wobble with loose bits on, the upper and lower receiver don't meet well, and these are things I've seen myself. Now I can go over this all day, but the best thing you can do if you want to go and check out some more information in depth on this gun, there is a full review on it back on the channel. There's also a full video that I justified to everyone why I've gone out and gone over to the Tokyo Marui. So why would I say that, you know, this platform in itself is so good? Well, the way that you can dress it up gives you a ton of versatility. Nice, short barrel rifle, so you know, I think the overall length is just over 10 inches here with a 9-inch handguard. Gives you just enough room for all of your accessories to go on. As you can see on top of here, I've got a GMB DBal, and on the right side I've got a Surefire replica vampire head. Vampire head meaning it will do both IR and white light. On the back for an optic setup, I use the M4 comp style scope, which suits me down to the ground. This is a very much a weapon set up to my liking. I like the stock nice and short. As you can see, I'm only on the first notch out from the back setting. And then round the rear of the stock here, I do run two heavy elastic bands. These are claw gear bands with an IR Siloom in there. And that's always down for emergencies, that if I need to be able to get to a Siloom quick, which I do use them a lot being a night vision user. Them IR Silooms are super happy. I can pull that out just from there like so. Give that a snap and drop it down wherever it needs to go. The nice thing about this platform is how simple it is to manipulate. Again, if I'm right-handed shooting, then I can do that, and I use the kind of the Magpul sort of, I think it's an FPG, sort of forward angled grip, and at the same time, for me, one of the things I do really like, having this clear space here, so there's no kind of post or anything, so it allows me to swap hands incredibly well, shoot over both shoulders. Again, that swap is nice and simple. That is the good thing about this platform. It's nice and compact and very easy to manipulate. So one of the other things is the performance of this weapon. It is very, very crisp. So what I'm going to do here, guys, is I'm just going to drop this magazine out. As you can see, no BBs in there, no BBs in this weapon, but there is a battery in it, and one of the key things I did want to show to you is just how well this gun performs. There's no MOSFET in this, there's no electronic trigger, but the responsiveness is very, very good. Just going to run my finger really lightly on that trigger, and you get that real quick responsive snap. Now people have said to me, yeah, but you know, with the electric triggers you can follow up shots much faster. Yes, you probably can, but with this as a completely standard platform, you can put out shots incredibly quickly. I'm just going to spam the trigger a little bit here, guys. As you can tell, I'm really hammering that finger and there is absolutely no lag in there at all. If you do want to flip it around to full auto, you do get a very nice rate of fire, nothing too excessive where you're going to stop damaging internals, but you do get a nice rate. I'll give that a little blip now. Really do see that recoil kick in there. As a platform, I really like this. I have swapped out the flash hider, and the reason that I've swapped that flash hider out is so that I can run a suppressor. Now I do run a suppressor a hell of a lot of time. If you do check out any of my other live streams or any of my content on Instagram, you'll see that both of my guns, this platform and the Scar Rail that I use, both run suppressors. And there is a big difference in the noise that's made, especially at a distance. When you hear that kind of very responsive clack noise that you get from the recoil noise, that real snap, you can hear that downrange, and also it also, you know, gives away a little bit of signature. It's sometimes a little bit easier to locate someone, and the recoils always have that distinctive noise. I can always tell when another person's using a recoil. By putting the suppressor on, especially the foam-filled ones like this that are of good size, they really do help bring that signature down. You can tell it's a much duller noise. You've lost a lot of that metallic clack, and at the night, during the night when you're doing night operations and stuff, and when you've got the drop on someone, that just gives you an extra few split seconds where someone will maybe find it a little bit more difficult to trace back where that shot's come from. It doesn't massively extend the overall length. You're still kind of in a ranged DBal sort of length, but for me, I do like running suppressor. It's nice and sleek and falls into the end of the weapon incredibly well. Again, doesn't impede anything, doesn't really add too much weight either. So it is very easy to manipulate as a platform. Again, you can dress this up with a million different accessories, but this is how I like running mine. Moving towards the front then, I do have my pad in here, and that is for my DBal, and that allows me to manipulate the laser. I only really use it for IR, although there is an IR floodlight on here that I have used before, but now I've got the Vampire Shellfire. For me, if I'm going to use any kind of IR illumination, I will do it off the back of this torch. For me then, that allows me to access from both sides. Again, if I'm shooting traditionally right-handed, or if I'm shooting left-handed, I can run my fingers up to the other side. As you can see there, it's very, very easy for me to get to on both sides. So an extremely versatile platform, and one that I've become very accustomed to using in tight CQB. If we're doing any weapons work around vehicles, or if we are moving around in vehicles, 9 times out of 10 I will take that suppressor off. You've kind of lost the element of surprise by turning up in a massive Wimmick, but at the same time, for smash and grabs and stuff, the vehicles can be incredibly helpful and important. For me, just having that lower signature, if I am having it in the middle of my chest and I'm sat in the back of a vehicle, really does keep that low signature right down and does put it just above my waist. Again, you know, just tons of versatility. I do like running a single point sling on this. At the same time, have got that sling point on the front towards the end of the barrel if you do choose to use it, and also you can get the rail mounted sling points as well that will allow you to have, you know, a 2-point sling very close to the middle of the body of the gun. So there's a ton of absolute positives that sit alongside this. The branding, the performance, which really does always blow me away, and this is real favourite of mine that I will never let go. Now, I do love the Scar, and I will be doing kind of a breakdown video of the Scar, very similar fashion to this, but for me, tight CQB just has not been the same since I've got this gun. I found this very easy to manipulate, very easy to use in all sorts of different CQB scenarios. For me, this weapon really does stand out on its own too. I think that's pretty much it that I've covered. You know, guys, I just, you know, I wanted to speak about this gun. I wanted to show you it in its form. I wanted to show you the performance of it. It does sit at about 300 FPS, but for me, the FPS has not been a problem since I've bought this. I've made incredibly long range shots with this, and at the same time, I've made, you know, 20-meter engagements, invariably very, very close and accurate shots, hitting people in elbows, in hands, in knees, in feet. You know, a little bit of a jacket is sticking out, or a little bit of someone's arm where they're just behind a corner, and just clack, put that red dot on it, and I never ever had any doubt that this isn't going to hit the target. And that's one of the key things for me. It really is just a very, very strong, prominent, accurate weapon, and one that I'm very, very happy to be using. So if you do have any questions about this, if you're not quite sure about making a jump over to Tokyo Marui, don't be put off by the low FPS. I will absolutely 100% vouch for the range that you get from these weapons is incredible, as well as the accuracy is second to none. I am absolutely blown away by this. If you do want to go and pick up any Tokyo Marui stuff and you're based in the UK, I cannot recommend Camo Raids heavily enough. I will make sure they're linked in the description below. The guys over at Camo have been absolutely awesome. They do not pay me to say this. I do not get free guns from them. I buy my guns, but their service is incredible. They are TM specialists, and I sent mine back recently after having it for just over a year. It got extremely wet at an event, and I sent it back to them just for a full service. No upgrades, nothing like that, just a good service, and they sent it back to me. And as you can hear from that little bit of firing that I've done earlier on in the video, performing incredibly well. So if you do have any questions about this, again, in the comments box below. If you've got a TM yourself and you just want to reassure people how good it is and just let other people know that it's not just me that's a massive TM fanboy, please put all of your comments in the box below. Any other criticisms, anything that you want to bring up about your TMs, or people that that run them, bring them up in the comments and we'll get it all hashed out. So yeah, guys, I will put a link to Camo Raids in the description below. I'll put a link to this gun and all the accessories that I've got in there as well. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you all soon.